Imagine holding in your hands something so ordinary, so familiar, that it almost goes unnoticed in your kitchen, yet within it lies the remarkable power to support your heart, energize your circulation, and revive the vitality you thought belonged to your younger years. Today, we're talking about an ancient spice, one that civilizations have treasured for centuries, not because it works magic, but because nature itself built into it the ability to help your body do what it was designed to do: protect, renew, and flourish at every age. When you give your body the right tool, imagine a simple golden spice whispering instructions to your arteries to open, relax, and thrive, as if nature placed within it a quiet intelligence designed to support your body's natural rhythm. Turmeric has been treasured for generations not because it performs miracles, but because it works in harmony with the biology already inside you, encouraging the systems that protect your heart and circulation to stay resilient as you age. When you add even a small pinch of this ancient spice to your meals, you're giving your body information that has the potential to calm internal stress, ease the burden of inflammation, and help your blood flow more freely through pathways that deserve kindness and care. Picture your arteries like soft, flexible rivers meant to carry life, energy, and vitality throughout your body. Turmeric is one of the foods that gently reminds those rivers to keep moving with ease. It does this not through magic, but through the natural compounds that interact with your body's defenses, encouraging them to stay active and alert. As you stir turmeric into warm tea, blend it into smoothies, or season your vegetables with its golden glow, something subtle but powerful begins to happen. Your meals transform into tools of nourishment rather than mere sources of flavor. And that transformation is amplified when you pair turmeric with other foods known to support heart health. Fresh berries, ripe tomatoes, leafy greens, beans, nuts, seeds, and the deep richness of olive oil. Your body recognizes these foods not just as calories, but as signals, each one activating pathways that have been with you since birth, pathways that help maintain balance, reduce internal strain, and encourage circulation to stay youthful and responsive. It's the kind of nourishment that respects the wisdom of your years while empowering you to move forward with strength. As you grow older, your circulation becomes one of the most important foundations of your energy, your clarity, your mobility, and your sense of aliveness. Turmeric becomes a small daily reminder that you are not powerless in shaping your health story. Each time you choose to add it to your food, you're exercising your ability to influence the way your body feels from the inside out. It's a gentle, daily affirmation that your arteries deserve care, your heart deserves support, and your body deserves choices that help it function beautifully at every age. When you bring turmeric into your routine with intention, you create a ritual that honors your heart's work, a moment where you stop and acknowledge that your well-being is worth investing in. This ancient spice invites you to reconnect with the idea that food can be a form of self-respect, that your kitchen can be a place where your health is shaped one small decision at a time, and that your body is always ready to respond when you give it what it needs to thrive. Every bite you take either stresses your body or heals it from the inside out, and when you begin to understand food as information rather than just fuel, everything about the way you nourish yourself changes. Imagine sitting down to a meal and realizing that what's on your plate is actively communicating with your cells, whispering instructions that guide your immune system, your metabolism, your circulation, and even your mood. Foods like berries, leafy greens, olive oil, turmeric, beans, and tomatoes aren't just healthy choices, they are messages of protection and renewal, carrying compounds that help your body perform the functions it was designed to do with clarity and strength. When you make a conscious choice to include these foods, you send signals that support your internal defenses, reminding them to stay awake, alert, and ready to keep you feeling vibrant. Think about the deep red of a ripe tomato, rich in natural compounds that help your body manage oxidative stress, or the dark purple of berries bursting with antioxidants that soothe the small daily irritations your cells experience as part of living and aging. These colors aren't just appealing to the eye, they represent biological power stored in nature and delivered straight to your bloodstream with every bite. When you drizzle olive oil over your salad, you're giving your body a source of healthy fats that help your cells maintain their structure and communicate efficiently. When you add beans to your meals, you're offering steady energy and fiber that encourages your gut to function smoothly and supports systems far beyond digestion. When you stir turmeric into a dish, you're introducing compounds known to help calm the body's internal responses to irritation, helping things flow more easily and comfortably. Food becomes a daily prescription not because it replaces medicine, but because it supports your body in its constant effort to repair, rejuvenate, and protect itself. Your body is working for you every minute of every day, and the foods you choose either make that work easier or more difficult. The beauty of this truth is that you have control. You don't need perfection, you only need intention. Every small choice adds up, and every colorful, whole food you add to your plate contributes to a stronger, steadier foundation for your health. When you begin treating food as a partner in your well-being, something shifts inside you. Meals become moments of empowerment instead of moments of guilt or confusion. You stop eating because the clock tells you to and start eating because your body is asking for nourishment, clarity, and balance. You begin to notice how certain foods make you feel clearer, lighter, and more energized, while others leave you sluggish or weighed down. This awareness becomes one of your greatest tools, guiding you toward the foods that help your body thrive. And as the days pass, these choices start shaping the way you move, think, and age, creating a rhythm in your life where every bite becomes a small act of healing, renewal, and self-respect. You don't need marathons. Your body celebrates every single step you take, and the moment you begin to see movement as a gift instead of a task, everything about the way you age begins to shift. Imagine your heart listening to the rhythm of your footsteps, responding to each gentle beat with gratitude, strength, and renewed energy. Even the simplest walk around your neighborhood becomes a message to your arteries, encouraging them to stay flexible, open, and responsive. Movement doesn't have to be intense to be powerful. It only has to be consistent. When you take a slow morning stroll or stretch your body after waking up, you're giving your heart a reminder that it still has much to live for, much to feel, and much to give. Your circulation responds to even the smallest actions. Your muscles awaken and your breath deepens, creating a sense of aliveness that carries into the rest of your day. Think of movement as the soft music playing in the background of your life, something that sets the tone for your mood, your clarity, and your sense of purpose. As you grow older, that music becomes even more important because your body thrives on motion. A few minutes of gentle walking can ease the stiffness that builds up in your joints, lift the fog that sometimes clouds your mind, and help your heart pump with smoother ease. When you walk, the pressure of your feet against the ground encourages blood to travel upward, supporting healthy circulation without strain. Your lungs expand, inviting in fresh oxygen, and your heart follows with a rhythm that feels steady and confident. This is the quiet power of mild exercise. It supports your body without overwhelming it. Movement also awakens a feeling that many people don't realize they've lost until they get it back: momentum. When you move your body, you create momentum physically and mentally. One walk leads to another. One stretch turns into a habit. One day of choosing motion over stillness becomes a week of feeling lighter, steadier, and more in control. This sense of momentum builds confidence, reminding you that change is still possible, that your body can still adapt, and that your age does not define your potential. Every step becomes a declaration that you are not slowing down, you are showing up for yourself. And movement does more than strengthen your heart, it lifts your spirit. There's something deeply grounding about walking outside, feeling sunlight on your skin, noticing the breeze, or simply inhaling the fresh air. These small sensory moments pull you into the present, quieting the noise in your mind and replacing it with a gentle peace. Light exercise becomes not just a physical act, but an emotional reset, a way to clear away tension and invite calm back into your day. Your heart listens to all of it. It listens to your breath, your pace, your intention. And when you choose movement, you give your heart a message of love, resilience, and hope, a message it carries through every beat. The moment you decide you can improve your health, your body begins listening because the mind and body are connected in ways more powerful than most people ever realize. A single shift in your beliefs can create a shift in your biology, like a spark that travels through your nervous system and tells your cells to move toward balance, healing, and strength. When you wake up in the morning and choose to believe that your actions matter, that your choices carry weight, your entire body responds with a sense of readiness. Your heart softens its rhythm, your breath slows, your muscles release tension, and your mind clears enough for you to see possibilities again. This is the quiet force of a positive mindset, not blind optimism, not ignoring challenges, but choosing to lean into hope instead of fear, possibility instead of limitation. Every thought you have sends signals throughout your body. Stressful thoughts create stress hormones, tightening your chest, shortening your breath, and making your arteries feel as if they're carrying the weight of the world. But calming, encouraging thoughts stimulate processes that help your heart relax, your blood vessels widen, and your mind find clarity. Something as simple as sitting down, closing your eyes, and taking 3 slow breaths can reset your entire internal landscape. With each exhale, the body receives a message that it is safe, supported, and allowed to rest. With each inhale, you bring in more oxygen, more calm, more space to think and feel. A positive mindset doesn't mean ignoring the realities of aging. It means approaching them with curiosity and determination rather than resignation. You begin to understand that your body is not failing you. It is communicating with you. The stiffness, the fatigue, the stress, the heaviness in your chest are signals asking for simpler food, gentler movement, deeper breaths, kinder thoughts. And when you respond with compassion instead of frustration, your body responds in return. This mutual respect between mind and body becomes a foundation for wellness as you grow older. Imagine experiencing a stressful moment and choosing to slow down. Soften your shoulders, breathe deeply, and remind yourself that you are capable of navigating whatever comes. In that moment, your heart rate decreases, your blood pressure steadies, and your muscles begin to relax. These small physiological changes create a ripple effect, helping your entire system return to balance. When you make this a daily practice, pausing, breathing, grounding yourself, you create an inner environment where healing becomes more natural, where stress doesn't grip you as tightly, and where your heart feels supported rather than strained. A strong mindset also fuels motivation. When you believe you can improve your health, you're more likely to choose foods that nourish you, take walks that energize you, and build routines that bring you joy. Hope turns into action, and action turns into transformation. And as this transformation unfolds, your confidence grows. You start noticing how much better you feel on the days you take a moment to breathe deeply or speak to yourself with kindness. You begin understanding that wellness isn't something outside of you, it's something you create from within through every choice, every breath, every belief. Your mindset becomes your medicine, guiding your heart, your body, and your life toward a place of strength, clarity, and renewed possibility. A teaspoon of turmeric today can spark a chain reaction of strength, vitality, and renewal tomorrow, because small daily rituals have a way of reshaping your entire life without you even realizing it's happening. When you choose to start your day with something nourishing, something intentional, something that honors your health, you set in motion a quiet momentum that carries through everything else you do. Adding a warm cup of turmeric tea to your morning or sprinkling a little golden spice over your vegetables becomes more than a flavor choice. It becomes a promise to yourself. It becomes a signal that you are ready to support your body, ready to energize your heart, and ready to build a foundation of wellness that strengthens with each passing day. These small habits seem gentle and simple, but they work on a deep level, reminding your body of the rhythms it was designed to follow. Think about hydration. Just drinking enough water each day can transform the way your body feels. Your blood flows more smoothly, your energy rises, your skin brightens, your joints feel more comfortable. Water supports nearly every system within you, and each sip you take is a small moment of care. Stretching works the same way. A few minutes of gentle movement loosens the stiffness that collects overnight, encourages circulation, and sends a message to your muscles and joints that they are still capable, still strong, still flexible. You don't have to stretch like an athlete. You only need to move in a way that feels good, that wakes up your body, that reminds you of your mobility and your potential. Resting deeply becomes another ritual of transformation. When you make sleep a priority, your heart gets a chance to recover, your mind clears away stress, and your body repairs the tiny strains of daily life. Even taking short moments to pause throughout the day, to breathe, to reflect, to slow down, can renew your energy and steady your emotions. These moments might feel insignificant, but they are building blocks of stability, clarity, and resilience. They allow your nervous system to settle and your heart to find a calmer rhythm. Choosing whole foods is another simple habit that accumulates power over time. When you fill your plate with colorful vegetables, fruits, beans, nuts, herbs, spices, and healthy oils, you give your body the nutrients it needs to maintain healthy circulation, strong immunity, and steady energy. Each meal becomes a chance to reinforce your well-being, a chance to nourish your body's natural defenses, a chance to feel more awake and alive. Whole foods carry compounds that interact with your biology in beneficial ways, reminding your cells of their strength and keeping your arteries moving with ease. All these small rituals combine into a lifestyle that doesn't overwhelm you, but supports you step by step, day by day. They weave together to create a sense of purpose, stability, and empowerment. When you honor your body with simple acts of care, adding turmeric, drinking water, stretching gently, resting fully, eating whole foods, you build a life that supports your heart, lifts your energy, and reminds you that transformation often begins with the smallest choices. And as you step forward from today, remember this truth that lives quietly inside every choice you make. Your body is always ready to rise to the level of your care. You don't need giant leaps. You don't need perfect days. You only need the willingness to begin. One small shift, one nourishing meal, one slow walk, one deep breath, one golden teaspoon of intention. These moments add up. They build a life that feels lighter, clearer, stronger, and more your own. You are not too old, not too late, not too far gone. You are becoming every single day. So choose the habits that honor you, choose the foods that strengthen you, choose the thoughts that lift you, and choose the life that keeps your heart open. Your next chapter starts with one simple decision, and that decision is yours to make today.